All right, that's enough about our foundational stuff. Let's start building our application. So the first thing I like to do when building these apps is kind of bring in a CSS framework. And that's because we don't really want to build out our own frameworks by ourselves. We're just going to leverage a pre-built framework that is popular so that we can use those classes. Now, a lot of people like to bring in Bootstrap. Let's clear this. To bring in Bootstrap, you would go npm install, save, and you would install Bootstrap. And that would add this to the node modules folder, and then you could install it from there. This is the way we'll use npm to bring in packages. Instead of Bootstrap, though, I'm going to go ahead and use Bulma. And if you're not familiar with Bulma, let's go check it out. Bulma.io. Bulma is my current favorite framework to use right now. Bootstrap 4 is really good as well. So is Foundation. But if you go look at docs, let's go to layout. This layout section is why I really like Bulma. You have your containers and all that good stuff for the grid, but the fun parts are the hero. Hero sections here. And if you scroll down, you can do like a full height hero section. Where are those? Here we go. And then you can add menus to it. So I just like Bulmas because they give you a little bit more of the layout side of things. So we're going to bring in Bulma. You can go ahead and bring in Bootstrap if you like that. But let's go back over here. So we have added npm install save Bulma. And what the save flag does is it adds it to package.json under dependencies. Yep, right there. Version 0.6.2. Now, how do we add CSS to our Angular CLI project? Well, if we go to angularcli.json, this is our overall configuration for our Angular app. And down here, you can see there's a styles array that has that styles.scss file right here. But we want to add the Bulma CSS file, and that's from node modules. And let's scroll down. Where's the B's? BU. We'll refresh the folder list and come back up. Bulma CSS, Bulma.css, and this is the file we want. So let's right click, copy path, and we'll go here, paste that in. And this is going to be relative from the source folder. So we're going to say back out one, and then let's do // for these. All right, so that's how we're going to add our Bulma CSS to our overall Angular application. So when Angular runs, it's going to look at the styles array and say, okay, we want Bulma.css, and then we also want the styles.scss file. And same goes for scripts, but usually scripts are going to be imported inside of our Angular app files. So we'll save this, and let's run ngserve again. All right, that's all loaded up. And if we go back to our site, you notice that the font has changed a little bit, and that is Bulma being loaded. So if we go back over here, let's close this out. That's how we add Bulma to our CSS files. Alternatively, if you wanted to add the actual Sass files, you could do that as well. Let's move right along and start building out our application. Now that we have a good CSS foundation, we don't have to worry about styling too much. Let's start building our Angular parts.